Mark Goodson and Bill Todman.
Oh, adore them. In fact, I'm calling Bill Todman's wife when we finish here. Mark Goodson was just one of the best friends I ever had in my whole life. When I left the show to move to California, they wanted to do a series with me out here. But Bill was 2 years old, and I had three stepsons, and, fixing up the house and everything, and I wasn't interested in the series. And when you think of the series, gosh, the first series written for me was actually written by Sherwood Schwartz, who wrote Gilligan's Island and The Brady Bunch and everything. And then the second one was the young man, he was married to the wonderful writer of Lucy's show. Quinn Martin wrote his first series for me, and he sold it to NBC, as a matter of fact. They bought it, and it was a big shock to me because it was headlines in the New York Times, and I was under contract to Mark Goodson and Bill Todman, which was CBS. But all of them, what's her name? Gwyneth Paltrow's father, he wrote a series for me, which I never even read. It was, and the man who wrote Mame, it was just series after series after series, and I was not interested in. I was too happily married, but the main thing was I had the most beautiful little boy that I'd wanted, my miracle child. He grew up. That son has never, ever caused me one moment's nothing. He's never smoked us. He's married to the most beautiful woman you ever laid eyes on. Oh, and three winners.
Gary Moore.
Oh, what a darling man. Darling. He and his wife, Nell. Do you know that I've got a secret? We were like the best, closest friends. Everybody went out with everybody to everybody's parties. We cared about each other. Faye Emerson and I, we went to the theater together. Betsy, because she came along later. And Bill Cullen and Bill Cullen's wife, dear, dear friends. In fact, I just appeared at a luncheon from the network group and spoke about Bill. I said I met Bill Cullen the same night I met Steve Allen. And had I not met Steve and had dinner with him, I would have married Bill Cullen. Mark Goodson was the artistic producer. He was the one that did the auditions. Bill wasn't there that day. It was Mark Goodson who, Mark Goodson, I was his pet. He kept taking ratings, and he told me my rating on I've Got a Secret was higher than all of his people from all of his shows put together. But then he was very prejudiced. He just, my saucy personality, he liked it, And when I left the show, he gave me the most beautiful gold heart. They were hearts, gold, with diamonds that said, I've got a secret on them earrings, and somebody stole them. Bill Todman was the financial head. He was the one that gave you raises or didn't give you raises, and he was a dear man. I didn't see so much of them because they lived in outside of New York City. I think they lived in Scarsdale, but they would have parties and invite us all, and friendly, dear, wonderful people. And when Steve and I were married, they gave me my pick of a wedding gift from them, and I could have anything I wanted for $5,000. And guess what they gave me? I let Steve pick it, and Steve picked it. He had showed it on his show. It was from the King Farouk collection, the royal family of Egypt, and it was a ceremonial drinking cup. It was a fish, and you opened the head, and the throat, the mouth of the fish was where they put the wine. And I always had it on my coffee table here, and unfortunately, we gave so many parties for charities, and it had emerald eyes, and somebody liked it, I guess, better than we did. I hope they needed it more than we did.